Hello everyone. It's November the 25th, 2015, about 7:30 a.m. and this is DelrayVAWeather.com. We got the last of the media predictions for snow totals this winter, and we got some other individuals who have made predictions over the last day since yesterday, and so this is an update. We're going to be going over the new ones, and we're going to review the other predictions of other media outlets and other websites. Okay, what you see on the screen is the WJLA ABC 7 prediction for the winter of 2015-2016. It was shown for the first time yesterday evening at the 5 p.m. newscast by Doug Hill. And what they are predicting is a snow total for DC and Alexandria of between 8 and 12 inches. That is substantially below the climatological average of 15 inches for Reagan National Airport. Okay, NBC, that's WRC Channel 4, several weeks ago, made a prediction of 20 to 25 inches for the DC Alexandria area, and that is substantially above the average of 15 inches. Channel 9, the WUSA, CBS 9, made a prediction for this winter of between 10 and 15 inches for the DC and Alexandria area. Fox 5 made a prediction for our winter this winter of between 8 and 14 inches, also below the average of 15 inches for the DC and Alexandria area. Okay, back about 3 weeks ago, I made my prediction based on research I've done with respect to El Nino, for specifically for Reagan National Airport, and I'm predicting between 18 to 24 inches at Reagan National Airport. That's above the average of 15 inches. Capital Weather Gang came out with their prediction a couple weeks ago, and they are showing Alexandria, DC, Arlington in a region of 10 to 14 inches. That's below the average of 15 inches, and they did a specific forecast for Reagan of 10 inches. Okay, Potomac Weather issued their prediction several weeks ago. They do it by pie chart rather than region notes on a map. And if you sum up these areas, you get about 60%. This area is 70%, but I think, you know, it's almost an even split. Summing up this area would compute out to between 17 and 33 inches, which is above the average of 15 inches. Okay, DCStorms.com, another local weather website, is predicting between 20 and 35 inches for DC and Alexandria. That's substantially above the average of 15 inches. Weather Bell is a national weather service. I subscribe to this service and get a lot of my information I use for forecasting the weather. They are showing that we are in a region they labeled 150% of normal. That would compute out to about 22 inches. Okay, back about a week ago, the Capital Weather Gang, it's a group affiliated with the Washington Post, did a survey of their readers and asked the readership to predict within a tenth of an inch what the Reagan National Airport snow totals would be. And this graph shows the distribution of the amount of snow versus the number of people who were staying in that range. The majority of them actually are showing between 12 to 20 and 20 to 30 if you sum this up. But for this purpose of this video, I'm only going to choose the 12 to 20 area, since that is the highest frequency of the distribution. So they're generally saying that Reagan will have higher than the average of 15 inches this year. Okay, the reason why that is kind of interesting is that there is an area of mathematics called wisdom of the crowd that has some known successes, in which if you ask a group of people to guess a specific amount of something that could be a continuous value, they are often the mean or median of those guesses are very close to the mean and median of the actual outcome of that value. And I went through this in detail in the past video, but to keep this kind of short, we'll just say that if you look at that, the wisdom of the crowd is saying about 20 inches with a median near 18 inches. So they're saying that it's going to be above the normal snowfall. Okay. Now this also just came out yesterday. This is from Dr. Judah Cohen. He is a PhD meteorologist who has been doing research work on predicting the severity of winters in North America. And he's been doing this research for 15 years. He's published many papers on the subject. He's one that I respect a lot. I follow him very religiously. And he has had a 75% accuracy in predicting the types of winters that the U.S. will get over his 15 years of research. He actually has a model specific to his company, and which is showing some good signs of being very accurate. Okay, what he said in an interview yesterday was that the strong El Nino winters of 1982-83 and 1997-98 were relatively mild, but that is only a sample size of 2. Those are the 2 winters where we got less than half of an inch of snow the entire winter. And a lot of meteorologists, I suspect many of the ones which are predicting lower than the average amount of snow this winter, are basing their predictions off those 2 winters where there was strong El Ninos and we got very little snowfall. And I've gone through why that may or may not be correct in past videos. You can check some of my past videos to see why that may or may not be valid. But he says in that same interview that the winters of 2002-03 and 2009-10, which were both very snowy, could just as well be an analog of this winter. And if you remember, 2009-10 was our Snowmageddon winter. And actually, my initial videos earlier in late October, early November, basically suggested the same thing, that 2009 was a good analog. Though I'm starting to think that there's some other years that may be a better analog than the Snowmageddon winter. What his final predictions are that we're going to have below normal temperatures for the mid-Atlantic, and he is predicting 28 inches of snow at Reagan National Airport. And this is a map showing his predictions of the temperature deviations from normal. He's showing a bullseye that is really centered over the the junction of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, and we're on the edge of that bullseye of substantially colder weather. So he, he has a proven track record where many of the other meteorologists really don't. Okay, so what does that leave us with? Well, this is the result of all of the people who have made specific predictions for the DC area. We have basically a total of 13 people, and we have 6 that are saying we're going to have below average snow. We have 7 that are saying we're going to have above average snow. If you take the ranges, specific ranges of all the people, I didn't take AccuWeather or Weather Channel, but if you take all the ranges of everybody on both lower or higher and do a weighted average and a weighted mean, this is the results that you get. If you do that, the weighted average is 19.4 inches with a weighted mean of 19 inches. So what's that saying is that if you look at the collective wisdom of all 13 people here, we are looking at above average snow, and actually it looks like we may very well have above what we got last year. We got about 18 inches last year. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. In all likelihood, this is going to be my last comparison video of what everybody's saying, unless there's some really new information that comes out. If you have any questions, give me a tweet at PatPend, that's PATPEND, and I'll try and answer them. Thanks a lot.